take a moment to pay attention to your breath. Pay attention to the way it feels for the air to enter your body and for it to leave your body. Wherever you are right now, just take a moment to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the sky, or the way the birds sound, or the way it feels to be sitting on the surface that you're sitting on or standing on. Pay attention to the way the clothes that you're wearing feel and the temperature of the air around you. Just take a moment to really take in this moment. So often we get caught up in our circumstances and timelines of the past or the future or 10 minutes from now or 10 years from now. It's so common for us to get caught up in those things. And so I invite you just for right now to let them all go. With wherever you are, with whatever you're doing, give the fullness of the moment your full attention. I tend to be a little bit of a dreamer, or maybe a lot of bit of a dreamer. And I find that because I have a drive to strive towards my dreams and really make my goals come true, I have found a pattern in my life of sometimes I am really looking forward to the future and not really thinking too much about right now. I find that when I'm always striving towards something and always looking forward to a future moment, when I arrive at that moment, it feels so much duller than the way it felt in my head because I built up excitement around it and attention around it. And then I get there and I'm like, this is pretty underwhelming. So I set another goal in the future and I strive towards that goal. And then I get there and it's not as good. So I keep striving. And for a lot of people, myself included in the past, life becomes about striving towards something and never really being there to take in the fullness of the moment. But when we learn to slow down and pay attention to where we are right now and learn how to give the depth of the moment our full attention, everything else becomes sweeter. Everything else becomes sweeter. The good moments become sweeter. The hard moments become sweeter. And we have actual time to take in, the achievements and the goals and the dreams coming true. It feels so much sweeter. And not only that, but we no longer live to strive towards something in the future. There are so many things to be excited about in the future, and simultaneously there are seemingly so many things to be worried about in the future. So instead of trying to force myself into excitement, I'm learning to just be here in whatever way I need to be, showing up fully in this moment, enjoying all the little pieces of it and being there to experience it. Because when it comes down to it, the only thing that is real is right now. Not the past, not the future. None of that is happening right now. And so the only thing that we have that's real is this moment. And so it becomes a choice for me in my head of, well, do I want this moment to be filled with expectations for the future or worries for the future? Or if this is the only moment that I get, do I want it to be filled with pure joy, pure love, and pure acceptance of whatever is? Not only making that choice, but continuing to make that choice with whatever I'm doing. And it's a practice, but I've learned that there's such a beauty in meditation and actually taking a moment to sit still and pay attention to your body and your thoughts. And doing that every day has helped me so much. And yet I find it imperative to integrate the moments of really paying attention to wherever I am into every aspect of my life, into every aspect of my day. Because when I'm not fully there in my moment, when I'm thinking about something in the future and not really here today, right now, I find that time is such a faster thing and things feel like they're moving fast because I'm never enjoying right now. But when I let myself sink into this moment of sitting in my bedroom and filming a video, time feels so eternal. It feels so full. And whatever worries I have for the future or fears or even excitements, they fall away because the only thing that feels truly real is right here, right now. And whatever the future brings is far more beautiful and far greater than my mind could even comprehend. I remember when I was 17, I read a book by Thich Nhat Hanh, and it was like a compilation of his work. He's a really famous Buddhist author, and I read a compilation of his work. It's like a little pocket book. And I remember the way he put things was so simple and felt so good and continues to feel good. And I remember I was reading a chapter in that book, and he talks about bringing attention and mindfulness into all of the little moments, all of those in-between moments, the ones that we normally would be thinking about a future timeline during, bringing attention into those moments. And I realized at that point that I had never really done that. And I would be hanging up my clothes in my closet, and I would be thinking about tomorrow, or I would be pouring myself a cup of tea or making dinner, and I would be thinking about later or yesterday or some sort of dream. And in always thinking about that stuff, I was never letting myself experience the fullness of what was right here, right now. I was always in a different timeline almost, so I was never really here. And the realest and fullest and truest feeling thing, and the thing that is filled with the most pure joy, is this current moment. Not today, not tomorrow, right now. The depth of what right now holds at 9:32 a.m. on Sunday, May 30th, right here, right now. And that really changed my perspective and my life because I realized that all of the things I was excited about were never things that I could arrive at. A, because they were created in my mind, and B, because even if I did get there, I wouldn't be able to fully feel it or experience it because I wasn't used to creating that in my life. I wasn't used to feeling full in the moment. And so I realized that if I wanted to experience my goals coming true in the fullest way, or my dreams coming true, or even just the simplicity of a normal, beautiful day, I needed to learn and practice how to be here right now. Practice in the sense of doing it a lot, but also understanding that it takes one moment to take in the fullness of what is. It's not something that needs to be attained over years and years and years. It's something that can be felt right here, right now. And when I felt that realization, I realized that I didn't want to be happy in a future time. I didn't want to create a life where I was always striving for things. I didn't want to be happy only in the moments that were extremely filled with excitement. I wanted to be happy when I was hanging up my clothes in my closet, or choosing my outfit in the morning, or eating a carrot, or drinking a smoothie. I wanted to be so filled with joy in those moments that all of the other moments were amplified even more. And even the moments when times would be tough and things would come into my life, I wanted to still be there and feel the fullness and the joy and the presence of the current moment. And moving through the emotions, I wanted it to be an experience that I enjoyed instead of one I ran away from. I didn't want to be afraid anymore. For me, learning to be happy, learning to be present, learning to meditate and take care of myself and just live a life that felt really good didn't have to include me going away and living on top of a mountain somewhere and never talking to anyone. All it had to be was me learning how to give the moment my full attention, be here for the moment, and go with the flow of life. And there's something so sweet about that, because we sometimes think of the practice as yoga or meditation or something where we sit down and do it intentionally, but the real practice is life. It's in the hard moments, it's in the easy moments, it's in the in-between moments that feel mundane. It's sitting in traffic, it's being in the grocery store, it is making a smoothie, it's having a really, really good cry, or maybe having a really good laugh. It's learning how to bring that presence and that acceptance and that joy and that just fullness of attention into the moment. Just being mindful of the moment. And I think life is the greatest teacher. And the more I go along this path of just choosing to live a life that feels really good, or choosing to live life in a way that feels really good, because it's not about the external, it's about what's going on in here. The more I do that and the more I am just here, the more life becomes beautiful. And it's not necessarily because of the things that open up or because of the path that I walk. It's because of the pure and simple joy of being alive, the releasing of expectation and the allowing of mindfulness and just joy to be in whatever way that they are, It's going on my walks and staring at the sky and smelling the flowers. And it's so funny because people will come up to me a lot when I'm walking and be like, you're smelling a lot of flowers, or like, I don't know. I can't think of the things people have said to me right now, but I think we're so used to, just walking and going about the day. But when you take moments to take a second to smell the flowers and to really, really, really look at the sky and the plants and take it all in, you realize that excitement is so dull in comparison to the fullness of what is in the beauty of this current moment, down to the textures of the shirt and the textures of the curtains that are on my bed. And just, yeah, there's such a simplicity in realizing the intricateness of the present moment. And it's something I'm always learning how to do. But like I said, life is the greatest teacher. The more things get hard or they get easier, I change and new things come into my life, every single thing is an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to just like learn how to be here right now in the most beautiful way. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you today. I hope that you're doing well and taking care of yourself. And if you have time, even right now, just take a moment to take a breath and really pay attention to your surroundings. In whatever moment you are in whatever circumstances in your life, let the external go for a second. Let the later go for a second, the tomorrow, the thoughts, the worries, or wherever you are at in your life, even the excitements, let it go. And just let yourself be in the fullness of right now, because there's so much beauty to be found in it. And I am such a student of this and always learning. But I wanted to share this with you today. And I just hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day today.